You too? Beautiful day. It's a lovely song, isn't it?
Oh, it's a pretty good song, yeah.
Yeah, you want to know something? It's when I got the CD for this game. Actually, the person in line behind me I actually went to get something else from the sidekick, and I noticed that he was a cover artist for this band. Is that crazy?
Small world, eh?
Yeah. Well, this is episode 8
of That's Kinda Cringe, Bro. Welcome back, all. We've got a bit of a different episode this week because it's a bit of a different time of the year. We'll be covering E3. So, how we're going to do this is we're going to go one by one per the different, all the different conferences. And we'll talk about titles that catch our interest specifically. And, just overall what we thought of the conference. Then we'll each choose a game and talk about why we think that game's, our favorite one. What attracted us to it. We're skipping EA. We didn't watch it. We didn't count it. And there's nothing interesting in it anyway for us. Sorry if you're interested in that. There's other people that have covered it.
I like how that's the excuses. Come on, man. Everyone's going to have covered all these other conferences. Just, I'm just saying.
If they really want to watch something about Anthem, they can go to an Anthem tuber. I don't care.
Do they really show that?
Yeah, there was an Anthem expansion announced.
All right, yep. So, before we start off with Microsoft, quick word on Rockbusters. No one answered. I don't think there were any submissions. I'm just going to have a quick look here. Therefore, the questions from last week are going to be carried over. And again, that you guys are competing for a copy of Titanfall 2 on Xbox One. The questions are in the description. Email them, that's kind of cringebro at gmail.com. All right?
All right. So there was a lot this year, actually. There was an especially large amount of stuff, even though Sony didn't show up. And I think Sony, they got all big-headed saying we don't need to show up and watch your E3 crumble, and that did not happen. It really didn't. It was better than last year, which was, that's a big thing to throw out there because, the fact that Sony wasn't there didn't change anything. And I hope that sets them in their place and things can get better from here on out. But, yeah, we'll go in order of conferences, the first one being Microsoft. And there's a couple things that Microsoft announced alongside all the games. One of which is their new Elite controller. Now, I don't know if you saw it, Matt. I do know you saw it because you were there with me.
Yeah. But
it looked interesting. Like, I wouldn't mind using it if I were, if I had an Xbox or maybe even for PC gaming. But it looked it's too expensive. I think it's $180 USD.
That's right.
It's such a high price point. I guess it's a luxury technically, but it's not worth it. No controller is worth as much as a second-hand console. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you're right. Yeah, the Duke controllers. If they were 180, maybe I'd buy it.
The which controllers?
Because those are good. The Duke ones, the original Xbox re-releases on Xbox One. Those are pretty good.
I don't think 180 for any controller is good.
All right.
That's just me. The Xbox also was the first to officially unveil their newest console, codenamed Project Scarlet for now. It'll probably be Xbox 2. It promises a lot, because AMD was there to also show off their new processors and all the new things they've got going. And that thing's a supercomputer. That is, like, a monster. Of course, this isn't locked... Like, the processors and whatnot are not only for the Xbox. It is confirmed that Sony is using them on the next PlayStation. It's about how they're going to handle it and what they're going to do with them. But that also means we could probably see PCs as strong or stronger than these two consoles.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's a lot of promising stuff, and I think it's a really big thing that Xbox was the first to officially announce it, because that's going to set precedent, because even though Sony's been talking about it on social media and maybe like in an interview or two here and there, the big thing is that Xbox got their foot in the door. Like, Microsoft's a step ahead. And that's just going to really change a lot of perception of people. People are going to see Sony come out with something new, and they're going to say, well, Microsoft's already doing it.
If it's less powerful, but, they're going to do the same thing on par, honestly.
The thing with Sony that they've promised, which I'm not going to hold it, because I don't think they'll keep it, is that their console is going to be sold at a loss, because they're aiming to make money from their streaming services that you can buy with the console.
I thought Xbox did that too. I thought it sold at a loss.
No, Xbox is going for the full, I think, 700 or 800. Sony's aiming about the 400 or 500 USD mark. Xbox is almost double that. That is a heavy hit. That is a huge hit. But I think the big thing here is how they handle the games. Xbox has been doing a lot of back compat lately, and Sony's only recently started talking about PS4 on PS5, which is honestly just ridiculous. It's, people have these collections of games going back to the original PlayStation, and Xbox is working their hardest to make sure each individual game runs as smoothly as possible. They'll even take the time to update the games. They're putting effort in where effort's deserved. And I think that's amazing. And Sony's just not there. And, that console looks promising. Are you going to be picking one up?
I have to for coverage. Got to do it.
Okay, let's pretend you didn't do coverage. Would you pick one up just as your next-gen console?
No, I wouldn't. No, not... Well, I'd wait a year.
A year?
Because, I'd wait a year. Yeah.
Okay. I'm debating whether or not I want to keep going forward with Sony. They've been really bad the past year and a half. It depends. The only thing keeping me tied down to Sony is the fact that I've invested so much so far, and honestly, Persona. I love Persona so much, so if Persona ever gets out, or let's say the next gen console has little to no back compat, I'm done. I'm gonna move over to Xbox or PC.
And you're gonna do that because of the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate.
Yes, and that's the other thing they announced. So they have a better streaming service that it's really good, astoundingly good. I think it's $15 a month for Ultimate.
Yep.
And Ultimate gets you 3 different services in one. One of which is a PC service. So you get all the Xbox games to stream to your computer. That sounds amazing to begin with. I don't have an Xbox, but there's some titles I wouldn't mind trying out. Fable being an example. Which I think that's on PC now anyway, but...
I think it all is just the PC-only titles. Because, no, that's the thing. Is that... I don't think any exclusive are going to be streamable. I think it's just only download.
Collection. I haven't seen that on PC before.
Well, the Halo Reach thing's coming first.
They're bringing... They said...
Because they're bringing
the whole Master Chief Collection, which is a big thing. And I don't think Microsoft's going to keep going with exclusives. There was another exclusive that we saw at the Nintendo conference that's not exclusive anymore. Which we'll talk about later, but it's a big thing is Microsoft's pushing away from exclusives, which is amazing because they're going for the actual, what should people use for gaming? What is the point of being a gamer if you have to spend more than $1,000 a year just to keep up with the latest platforms?
Well, yeah, I'm just saying that the Fable 3, I think that one's exclusive to 360. I'm saying that one's not gonna. I don't think that one's on PC.
The Ultimate Game Pass, though. They just have to optimize it first.
If it's streamable, yeah, sure. But my feelings on streaming. But
yes, but the other thing was, no, that was the Ubisoft. We'll talk about that one after. I'm getting them confused right now.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So yeah, the Game Pass Ultimate launches in September. It's pretty good. It's got that. It's got the normal Game Pass for Xbox, and what is it, Live? So you get all in one at $15 a month, which isn't terrible. That comes up to how much? How much is it yearly, actually? Do you know?
I don't know if there's a yearly plan, but that's going to be...
It's $15 a month for the whole thing, right? I thought it was $14.99, wasn't it? Either way, it's $180 to $230. So in September when it launches, you can sign up right now and you can get it for $1 then. But yeah, that's some big things, big promises from Microsoft. I've never really been a Microsoft fan, but they're doing good. I won't lie.
I don't know, man. They've had too many repeats this year. It didn't feel as good as last year.
A lot of complaints that I keep hearing is that there's repeats. And I don't think that's a bad thing because it shows they're focusing on something rather than just trying to shit out the newest game every other day. Look at Anthem. It was the new big thing when it was unveiled. They put millions of dollars into marketing and the return was nothing.
Was that a really good example? Because they have DLC for it, right?
Yes, but the DLC is... They have a roadmap for that DLC. They went behind so much they actually deleted the roadmap because they can't keep up. Because they had to get rid of a lot of their devs, or a lot of their devs just quit the dev team. The game is in shambles. I'm amazed the first DLC is even coming out. Anthem is the perfect example, because it's something that promised a lot, they promised it fast, and it failed miserably.
Yeah, but what does this have to do with not keeping focus on what does it have to do with the
You're talking about repeats as in that Cyberpunk was shown again, or there's more of this, more of that.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. It means that they're still focusing on several titles rather than trying to stick their fucking hands out and touch as many things as possible.
Well, they could have follow-ups outside of E3, because E3 is for the debuts.
No, E3 is not always about the debuts. E3 is about the current standing, where we're at, and what we're going towards. Debuts are just a bonus.
Well, it's not something to get excited about.
I very much disagree with that.
Well, the Cyberpunk thing,
Cyberpunk's not for me. I don't think it's for you either. But there's a group of people out there that have been waiting for this for a long time. They're really excited for it.
Yeah, but what I'm getting at is the Cyberpunk thing. Yeah, sure, fair enough. I think it looks better. We have to see if they understand that you can't have it in the daytime. That's not what Cyberpunk is about. Then sure, because it looks a little more promising. Yeah, change the protagonist. He looks better. So in that case, I'll give it a pass.
Going back to games that have been getting talked about quite a bit, another one that was shown there was Outer Worlds, which I don't know if you know much about.
Not really.
It's by Team Obsidian, and it's from the creators of New Vegas, and I'm kind of excited, and there's reasons why I'm going to say kind of. For me, Outer Worlds is... If I really want to play New Vegas, I can always just go play New Vegas. And I feel like they're trying to ride too much on the fact that, hey guys, we made the best Fallout game ever. And it's trying to play too much to be like Fallout, but it can't because of legal reasons. So it's not. And I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. I have no idea how I truly, honestly feel or how this is going to end up. You didn't play much New Vegas, did you?
I've never played New Vegas.
Okay, well that's something you're going to do. Other than that, Outer Worlds, I'm not going to say it has promise, it has interest. There are people looking at it, there are people kind of intrigued by it, but I don't think there's just a full amount of people that are overly hyped about it. You're always going to have people that are excited for a game, but this one doesn't seem to have that big following, to me personally.
Well, yeah, has Obsidian guys, have they made Path of Exile or something? Is that them? Because they haven't done anything after New Vegas. No, we're getting though. Gosh, you sound drunk, man. You hear me? Gosh, man, I'm sorry, guys. I sound terrible.
Games. Let's see. What did they do? They did South Park: Stick of Truth.
Oh, fair enough then. Okay. Yeah. The trailer looks okay.
Outer Worlds looks like it could be fun. I'm not going to say it's a hype game. It's a game that if I'm ever going to play it, it's because a friend bought it and I got it. It's because it was on sale for like a quarter of the price, or it's because I found it locally at like $20. It's a game that just has some interest. That's for me. That's all I feel about it.
It's just going to sit in my pre-order, in my ready-to-install category. I'm not going to touch it.
Wait, you bought it?
It's the mix or mix pot thing. I'm waiting to see what's going to happen this year. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if we go down the list...
I mean, if you guys don't know,
there's
going down a
Bleeding
Reddit
Edge,
list,
which...
Bleeding Edge, yeah.
Yeah, so we have the list. We'll put the list in the description of the YouTube version of this podcast. Oh, yeah. Which is just the Reddit link. Next thing on it is what? Bleeding Edge. We both... I know I have no interest. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't either. Characters are all ugly.
Yeah, they're all ugly, or they're all, propaganda, whatever, however you want to word it. And after that is the next Ori game, which I haven't played any of them.
Yeah, they look fantastic.
They do. That's the one thing. They look really nice.
I think the first one's made in Unity. It looks fantastic for Unity.
I'd love to try them out, and maybe I'll try the first one out if it's ever cheap or free, because it's not on PlayStation. That
should be on Game Pass. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe I'll borrow your Game Pass.
Oh yeah.
But I don't have much to talk about other than it looks beautiful. It's a beautiful game.
Yeah.
And next on the list, I guess we'll go straight into Minecraft Dungeons.
Yeah, sounds good, yeah.
So, this is an interesting one, and I don't know where it sits with me. It's a dungeon crawler in the aesthetics of Minecraft, and it's multiplayer, it's on the Switch, it's hitting all the right buttons, but then you hit the Minecraft button.
It looks like an obvious evolution of it.
I don't know how I'm curious.
Because, yeah.
It is a very interesting concept that I have no idea how it's going to work.
The only thing I can say is the animations look a little too stilted for the genre. At least it's not. The combat isn't as how do you say, it's not as a play. I can't think of the word, but like Minecraft. You just go, you just flick your wrist and attack. At least it's not that. It's got some finesse to it. It's got some verbosity. It's got some movement.
I think I get what you're saying. It's hard to describe in general, like the game itself. I won't buy it. If it's free, I'll try it. Because this looks like the type of thing that would just be a free-to-play. Or it's going to be really cheap. It'll probably be on PS Plus. There's so many things I can say. I don't think I'm buying it. And if I do try it, I don't think I'll get into it. It'll just be like a couple hours one day and then delete.
But it shouldn't be that hard. It looks better than
it's
all
not
right.
for me. Not like it's something that would, as I said, it's gonna pique my interest. If I had a group of friends that I played with, like example, if you and I started playing and we got into it, then yeah, sure, I'd probably put a couple weeks into it.
Yeah, you don't like the genre or something? Because I'm for that.
It's hard to get into that genre, especially when I don't have people to play with them. I'm very much multiplayer for those types of genres. And if I'm going to get into that genre, like, the closest thing that comes to mind is I'll just install Diablo. Yeah. Like, the aesthetic of Diablo appeases more than Minecraft.
Yeah, that's a real hard selling point. It's on, competition on every platform it's on. But the granddaddy of it all, Blizzard, man. The Blizzard's the killer, man.
Blizzard used to be the masters of what they do. Now they've kind of fallen behind. But the next one we're going to talk about, this is an interesting one, I guess, is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. So, before we start with Jedi Fallen Order for the Star Wars game coming out, did you ever play The Force Unleashed?
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Well, I was probably about the same. Maybe like I put a few hours into it, beat the first few chapters. If you like The Force Unleashed, this looks like a game for you. If you're a Star Wars fan, it looks like a game for you. Nothing much to talk about other than that.
Definitely.
Like if I get the itching to play something like this, I'm just gonna go use my stepfather's copy of Force Unleashed. I'm not gonna spend $80 on this.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks great in 4K. Let me tell you, holds up really well.
Glad to hear.
Yeah.
The next one's a horror game, which I mistook for Outlast 3.
Oh, yeah.
And that would be Blair Witch.
That looks really good, yeah.
It does. I'm not big on horror. I can't personally play them. But I do like a lot of the aesthetics. It looks like it'll be a really interesting title. I'm not buying it. Fuck no, I don't buy horror games. Last time I bought a horror game, it was a little... it was Yomawari, which was a cute little cutesy type game by the creators of Disgaea. And I couldn't even play that. So, I'm just a pussy in terms of horror. I won't be buying it. It'll be exciting to watch people play it, because if I'm watching a reaction, I tend to be able to handle it a little better. So, yeah, it looks interesting. What do you think about it?
Yeah, definitely, yes. You put it pretty well. Yeah, same thing. I can't even do Eternal Darkness, man. I used to be scared of Call of Duty Zombies. Man, I tried playing it yesterday, and I couldn't even get down to the end of the library corridor to see what was going on. I had to quit. Even though I got to that point, even though I got further, I'm like, oh yeah, too soylent, man. I understand.
It's always the fun stuff.
Yeah.
After that is Cyberpunk, it's looking interesting. They have a lot of promises from a game that's been in development for a long time. Finally a release date, which is next year, in April. I don't think I'll buy it. Last time I followed a hype train and bought a game, which was Red Dead 2, I regretted it. I really did. I wasn't a fan of Red Dead 2, and I feel like Cyberpunk's going to be the exact same thing for me. I'm not really behind that.
Not interested.
Exactly. It's a cool concept. It looks like it'll be fun. I'm glad people are happy, but I'll pass. Mm-hmm. I'll let you take the next one, because this seems a little more your thing.
Depends on what we're talking about.
What's after Cyberpunk?
Battletoads.
I never played Battletoads as a kid. I have no interest. This looks really bad.
Oh yeah. See, I've seen people say that Streets of Rage 4 is the right way of doing it, but it only looks nigh on better than Battletoads. But because Battletoads is there, they say, Streets of Rage 4 with its illustrated nonsense. They say they both look bad. Okay, but more importantly, we're talking about Battletoads here. They've censored the The main girl, man. You know this.
The Dark Witch or whatever?
Yeah, Dark Witch. These guys haven't played the games. They're a bunch of Zoomers, man. They're all a bunch of 22-year-olds. They haven't played these games.
We haven't either, and we don't care. I'm sad for the fans of this series, because this just feels like a punch in the gut.
Yeah.
There's not much else to say. It doesn't look good.
Yeah.
The next game on the list, Spiritfarer. I won't go too far into it, because this is the game that I'm personally choosing to cover at the end of the Microsoft conference.
Oh, yeah.
But the basis is you're on a boat, you find spirits, it's like a Harvest Moon-esque thing. You know, you have little different things you do every day, you take care of, there's plants, and you help people, and you send people back. It's fun, it looks fun for me, comfy. That's how I feel.
Yeah. If it only takes place on a ship, it looks a little too messy for me.
I think there was some gameplay of them docking on a land and then you find stuff on the land.
Yeah. But
the main thing is you're on the ship.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
I love it. It's the concept. It's something I really like. Next game, Legend of Right. I have no idea what the hell that is.
It looks.
Oh yes! Oh, that was the one that I thought looked really fun.
Which one? Spiritfarer?
Legend of Right.
Oh yeah.
The one that I thought, it's a very childish game. It's got that childlike charm, and children will enjoy it. It's not necessarily for an adult gamer at all. It's a game developed that seems to cater specifically to what children would like. Kind of like that one game, Scribblenauts, I think it's called.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it gives that vibe. I'm not excited for it, but I'm happy to see they're still making games similar to Scribblenauts, because that means that a next generation's gonna get it. They're gonna get something they'll enjoy, and I'm happy, because stop making kids play fucking COD.
Oh yeah.
Make games that appeal to them before they turn their eyes to Call of Duty, for the love of God.
Yeah. Master Chief Collection.
These are some new Game Pass titles, which would be Master Chief Collection and the Borderlands they added too.
They added the collection, yeah.
Yeah, so, cool.
Yep. But man, we've got the flight simulator. The big one, let me tell you. No, I'm unironically, man, I'm looking forward to this. Fantastic. Comfy. It's going to be just... it's going to be better than Euro Truck Simulator, let me tell you. It's on console. Like, come on, man.
I can't say I've done much for simulators. Goat Simulator is probably my experience.
Yeah.
My stepfather is really big in the flight sims. He plays the original one on PC still, from time to time. He's got the whole setup, and he's got the flight stick, and he does the whole thing where you use it. And there are people that really enjoy it. I'm happy for those people. I'm happy for you. Congrats.
Yeah.
Do you want to keep talking about it, or do you want to move on?
No, I mean, okay. Maybe I'm just being a poser. I don't mean to look like it, but I haven't played any of them before, so I'm just looking forward. No, just cause Flight Simulator on a console.
No, it's not console.
What?
Is it? Oh yeah, that is console. It's Xbox One. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was PC exclusive.
No, because all I can think of is that one webm, like where somebody has their camera and they're zoomed all the way in, and they slowly zoom all the way out, and like the scale of it's crazy. The scale of the game, the detail on PC. I know that I can bring it over to console, obviously. Just want to see what happens. I want to play it. It's crazy. We got Age of Empires 2. I can't tell what difference it is other than the HD one that they released on PC like a year or two ago. It's a big deal.
I don't know much about that franchise as a whole.
Yeah.
I also don't know anything about Wasteland.
Yeah. Had a Kickstarter. That's basically it, yeah. The second one did. Yeah.
Okay, so there's just a third. I'm glad the Kickstarter did good then.
Yeah.
Speaking of Kickstarter, you know what we didn't see this year that I'm kind of surprised?
Bloodstained?
No.
That was there. You're right. It was there. Yeah. I think.
I don't remember if it was there. I don't recall it.
Yeah.
There are two games. One was Indivisible.
Okay.
We're still waiting on that game. There's been nothing. And the other one was the next Shantae game, Shantae 5.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I didn't see Shantae 5 there. I thought that they would have taken the opportunity and put it in like the Nindy portion of Nintendo.
Yeah, it depends if they're redoing all the assets.
Because we have the official announcement, but it's actually from Twitter, which is kind of weird.
Oh.
So we know it's coming, but there's no trailer or anything.
You're saying there was something else other than the name reveal? Yeah.
Pardon?
Are you saying there's something else other than the name reveal? Just to... forget it.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, you were glitching out a bit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know. It's red barring for me, yeah.
Alright, well, we'll move on real quick. Psychonauts 2, I never played the first. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, me either.
I've seen the first one, I've seen trailers, I've seen gameplay. It looks faithful to it, which I'm glad for you fans of the game, because I guess you'll enjoy that. Other than that, I don't know. It's not for me. The next one, which I know...
I think it's just a remaster.
Psychonauts 2?
No, the Lego Star Wars one, the Saga.
Oh, yes. Skywalker Saga. It's just all the Lego Star Wars games in one, which is 9 games. A lot of games packed into one, which I think is the first time they're all going to be on Switch, which I know the Switch is very much a kid-friendly console. Lego games run amazing on the Switch. It's probably the platform you're going to want to play your Lego games on, so I'm glad that's coming. I don't agree with the price point of, I believe it's a full American 60 or Canadian 80, but, you know, they'll do them, I guess, right?
I don't know how the collection works, if it's...
It's all in one. It's...
Yeah, but is it like they? I remember they just before with the they did some Saga for the Wii, and I don't know if I don't know. I guess it's just like a bunch glorified level pack thing. Well, yeah, I think it's fine. Still $60. Yeah.
I just find that's a lot to ask for a re-release of a game that came out on PS2. Other than that, the next one actually catches my interest, which is surprising because I've never seen the show. I've never had I've never wanted to. And I think I might read it instead of watching it, which would be Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. So, it looks really nice. It looks fun. It looks colorful. And it follows the original story of Goku, which his name is Kakarot as well. And it looks like something that hardcore fans of Dragon Ball will really enjoy. Don't you agree?
Yeah, it does. It's origin arc's always a big hit.
So, I don't know if you're a fan of Dragon Ball.
I'm not, no.
I never got into it myself. The big thing for me isn't... it's an interesting concept. For me, it's just the sheer amount of stuff there is in Dragon Ball that I'm having trouble getting into.
Oh, yeah.
I'll get around to it eventually, though. This has definitely piqued my interest a lot more. I've been reading some off and on. It looks promising, definitely. Like, it looks like it'll be a really fun game. After this, I'll let you take this. You were really excited for this.
Yeah, I'm always a fan for time manipulation games and whatnot. I know time is a very central subject of the game. You know, Geist, singularity, time shift. 12 minutes here. It's a narrative game, fair enough, but the time is a central plot of it. I want to see how much it goes into the gameplay, because, I mean, in fact, it does remind me of Majora's Mask. But, yeah, it's a fantastic thing. It's you get to learn the location if it's just in the house. I don't know how much gameplay. I don't know how long it's going to be in that case. But if it's $15, yeah, man, definitely.
It's only $15.
Brilliant. No, I'm saying if it is.
Okay.
I'm saying if it's only in that one house, if it's $15, it's brilliant.
I feel like the price point's going to be $25. A lot of these types of games have around a $25 to $30 US price point, and I think that suits it well. It looks like there was a lot of time put in. It looks really interesting for the very little that, there seems to be. And I feel like even if this game's only, that's 5 hours long, it's still going to be a very memorable 5 hours. So, you said it perfectly. Like, it looks like it'll be fun even if it's short.
Yeah. And then we got another good game, Way to the Woods. It's the year of the deer, my man, I tell you. We got 3 games on the Xbox Direct that had deer in them. And this... Mama Deer and Baby Deer. It's fantastic. It looks great. I'm not a fan for these normally, but it's deer. Come on, man.
I agree. It does look amazing. It actually reminds me of a game I played on PS3 called Tokyo Jungle.
Oh, yeah.
The only difference is this is more exploration-based, whereas Tokyo Jungle was survival. It looks like a very nice, touching game. It's hard to describe. It looks good.
I know. I can't pin why I like it either. It just does it. That cave, it just does it.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Well, coming up next...
Yeah, Gears of War 5.
Yeah, Gears 5 plus Terminator DLC. I don't like Gears. I hate Gears.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just... Maybe it's just because, some people that I didn't like growing up were huge fans over it, and they were very much not nice people. So maybe I'm just relating it that way. But, I mean, then again, I look at it, and they're releasing a Terminator DLC pack along the launch of their game, which could have easily been included in the game. It's probably going to be on the disc, meaning that you're going to pay however much to get it if you didn't pre-order.
Oh, yeah.
So I just don't like it when they do that. I get games want to do DLC, they want to do expanded content. I'm fine with that. I'm not fine with how they handle it in this case. But Gears 5, not for me, never will be. I'm never going to touch it.
Yeah.
Oh, it is coming to PC, though, which is a really big thing.
Yeah, I mean, Gears of War 4 did that. And
I didn't know.
The collection did that, too.
I really didn't know, honestly.
Okay, all
right. Dying Light 2. I didn't play the first, but you did, if I recall?
Yeah, a 10% campaign. You know I never finished games, but yeah, it's good stuff. Parkour stuff. I always like parkour. Momentum stuff. It's good stuff, yeah.
Parkour zombies.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And there's permanent, changes that affect everything. Yeah, it's always cool. And the city, I like it. I like the new location. It's it's less foresty.
It looks fun.
Yeah.
I played the first a little bit, so because I didn't really get into the first, I probably won't get into the second. It's not that it's a bad looking game; it's just more not for me type thing.
Oh, yeah.
But even then, I can't really say it's not for me. It's just the first didn't hold my interest.
Oh yeah. As long as they fix the co-op, because it's broken on Xbox. The first one is. I have to see if maybe they fixed it with the small bug fix update. But if they don't fix it this time, there's absolutely no excuse. Because their engine's good.
All right. Well, after this is a really interesting one.
Oh yeah.
Which is the new expansion for Forza Horizon 4. So they're adding Lego.
Yeah, is Lego Speed Champion a movie? Is it like a series, or what?
I think it's just a throwback to the game, the old Lego racings.
All right.
There's no such thing as Lego Speed Champions other than this DLC, as far as I know, unless it was in the Lego Movie 2. It's like a reference to something from the movie, but it looks fun. It looks like people are just gonna have fun. They're trying to make Forza Horizon 4 Mario Kart. Gears Pop. Fuck no. Can we skip?
Well, I'm going to be honest. I think people are giving a little bit too much hate for it. I think it's a fairly competent wave-based game. No, I think it is. Like lane-based. I think it's fairly competent.
The style is horrendous.
Yeah, sure, but it's...
Pop vinyl figures are the most disgusting-looking things on the planet. They all look absolutely horrendous, and they look even worse when you make them move.
Well, yeah, sure, but I'm just saying it's right at home on mobile, because I'm saying it's fairly competent gameplay-wise. That's all I'm saying. It looks like it. Although, speaking of which, yeah, there was no Gears Tactics. Yeah.
I thought that game got scrapped.
Nah, oh man. It's a shame that wasn't there. Got some DLC for State of Decay 2, yeah.
Yes, so
Nothing.
I don't know anything about State of Decay.
Yeah.
Ooh, Phantasy Star Online 2. Now that's a big one.
Yep, it is.
People have been waiting for this for ages. I might even try it, seeing as it's going to be a first-time American launch server. I don't know if you will.
Yeah, man. It's back at home on Xbox, man. Just like way back in on the Dreamcast, the first one. It's Kino.
I originally touched it on GameCube.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it looks fun. It's an MMO. I don't think you pay per month. It's one-time purchase.
I thought it was strictly free-to-play.
Trailer
said it was strictly free-to-play.
Is it? Oh, okay, never mind then. I thought it was one-time
purchase. Yeah, no. Only the cosmetics are... only paid cosmetics.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah, amazing.
Alright, yeah, I'll definitely try it then. It'll be on PC.
Xbox
it'll be fun.
Yeah. Crossfire X?
Next is
this.
Crossfire X. It's a game by Smilegate, which is a company I personally know. They make a really good and fun mobile game.
Are you sure they're publisher? I mean, sure they're developers and not publishers.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's publishers. Yeah, but for some reason this trailer looked... It was, you need this, man. You need serious, gritty, desaturated trailer with no politics, just a bunch of... it was... I liked it. It was a throwback to 2008 and 2009.
There's a reason that game is apparently popular in Asia.
Which game? You're saying Crossfire?
Crossfire X.
Yeah,
it's been out for a while now, apparently.
This is the trailer with the guy in the building, and the blow up, and they go in the water. We're talking about that, right?
I think so.
Oh, then I've been conned.
Why?
Because Then it's got to be trash then if it's already on Asia.
What? How does that have anything to do with anything?
Because I'm telling you, if like the Call of Duty game, you're right. Yeah, Asia's favorite. Yeah, you're right. Well, I'm just saying it's all those games in Asia and China, why not? They're trash.
They're not trash.
I'm talking like the Call of Duty Japan thing and the Counter-Strike Japan thing. Those are bad adaptations of the stuff.
Crossfire X is apparently not, though. It looked fairly competent and looked pretty fun to top it all off.
Yeah, I'll keep my eye on it.
Either way, moving on. Tales of Arise, the newest Tales game. Trailer looked hella dope. Not gonna lie.
Looked all right.
Like, there was no gameplay in it. It was all aesthetic. Or no, there was gameplay because I was commenting on it. Yeah, so no. It looks really fun. It's no longer turn-based combat, which I think it was before. And I
wasn't really. Symphonia 1, no, what happened is like you choose your enemy, you select between them, and then you're stuck on a line. You can only go back and forth.
Yeah. It's still a turn-based. It's a line time turn-based, or whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah, no, my mobile game I play is that type of action. So yeah, no, this is strictly just you go out, you combo. You just attack things.
Yeah.
It looks interesting. I won't buy it. It's another one that's just, it's cool, but I won't buy it.
Yeah, it's pretty generic. Unreal Engine 4 generic stuff.
It looked nice. It looked beautiful. Like, the aesthetic was there.
But
and moving on, BL3, Borderlands 3. Not much to talk about here. I'm still excited. I'm kind of glad that it's supposedly getting pushed back a bit. It's supposed to be anyway. But they still have the release date on here as September 13th. I don't think that's correct. It might be. I don't know what's going on with that.
I think it's still the 13th, yeah.
Either way, it looks promising. Like, I've always been a fan of Borderlands. I've got my pre-order down on this. If it's a disappointment, I'll be sad, but, it is what it is. Not much to talk about there. Matt's not a fan of Borderlands, so I won't force him into it. The next one is Borderlands 2, Commander Lilith, and the Fight for Sanctuary. What this is, it's actually an expansion to the story of BL2. You can get this for free right now on for the Handsome Collection by just going to the store on Xbox One, PC or PS4 and downloading it. I've already downloaded it. I haven't tried it yet. I will try it later. Looks interesting. It's a prequel to BL3. It connects 2 to 3. So I'm really happy that they are giving it away. If you miss the time period to get this, and let's say you're watching this a few weeks from now, it's, I believe, $20 Canadian. Not terribly expensive, but I don't think it's needed if you're only in it for the story to connect the two. You can just watch it online.
Pretty crazy they're doing that.
Yeah, they're very generous with it, which is surprising.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't expect that. Next is Elden Ring, which I don't know if you remember it.
Oh, yeah, I don't.
This is the From Software and George R.R. Martin collab project. So, basically, Dark Souls meets Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
The concept's amazing, and from what we saw, it was looking kind of promising. I'm just worried it might turn into a generic RPG, but FromSoft, honestly, in their aesthetics, hasn't really let anyone down before. We just gotta wait for more. I can't really talk about it much. It was more like an announce than
definitely
anything. Yeah. And finally, but still like the least, Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
It's Halo.
Yeah.
It's going to be a Scarlet launch title, which was cool.
I don't want people cheering about that because they have an easy out there. It not be on Xbox One X.
It's Xbox One X in comparison to the Scarlet. They said it's like 6 times less powerful.
Yeah, they say that. All the they all hype their stuff up like that.
They had the numbers to back it. Only time will tell, though. And that is it for the Xbox conference. So as I said, my game of choice to talk about is going to be Spiritfarer. And what did you choose?
I already went through mine, 12 minutes.
You don't want to talk about it more?
No, because...
At the end?
Well, yeah, admittedly, there wasn't much there. It's just, yeah. It was, they've already seen it. Yeah.
Well, 12 minutes is really... It looks like it's going to be fun. It's definitely going to be something that if you pick it up, I'll borrow it off you, and I will definitely play through it.
Yeah.
And it looks like it'll be interesting. Spiritfarer, for me, I'm almost definitely going to get it. It's a PC game, though, because I don't have an Xbox One. I don't really want to buy one right now, especially so close to next gen coming out, possibly next year or the year after. So if I get it, it's going to be PC. as I said, you got like you run a boat, you can expand the boat. It seems like you can dock on lands. You help spirits find their way back to their own worlds, or maybe pass through these portals. There's not much concrete. It looks fun. It looks unique, and it looks very casual and comfortable.
But what did you think about Xbox overall this year?
Overall, they were just the generic kind of thing. Like, they had a lot of the good releases, but almost every single game here is double platform. Nothing specific to them. Their console's promising, and their subscription service is average.
I think it was down from last year because, yeah, we are, too many repeats. You've already said what you said about that.
Repeats are fine. It shows the progress. It's like, I would rather see a repeat than 10 new games without the other games even being released. And I don't want them to rush a release just to show new games. It makes no sense. Alright, so that was everything for Microsoft. And next is the Bethesda, which it says here they unveiled an Orion streaming platform.
They did, yeah. They talked about how if you use the Orion engine, something like that, then your game is 20% faster, some nonsense like that.
I don't remember it. It wasn't memorable. Right. It's probably stupid.
Yeah.
It's really not long for Bethesda this year. They kept it short and sweet. Todd had an oopsie, which was funny. They kind of joked about how they themselves knew that they were bad, but they didn't really apologize or make any efforts in that sense. But they did announce quite a bit of things. They announced 2 expansions for Fallout 76. One was Wastelanders, and the other one was...
some ice, some winter thing.
No. The other one was the Ring of Fire, or whatever. The
nuclear thing, okay.
Nuclear Winter, right.
Yeah.
Because it's the Battle Royale.
Yeah.
So, Wastelanders is... They're adding NPCs and quests to the game, which should have been in there from the beginning. It's better late than never. It's a free expansion for all that own it. Whatever. We'll take it. Battle Royale... It's actually interesting. I was just going to assume it was something not cool or fun or anything. But the thing with this Battle Royale compared to other ones is you also have to manage wasteland hazards. So, like, you could be chased down by a Deathclaw while fighting a 3-man. Like, it seems like it'll add more interesting things. If it's not balanced properly, it'll just be more annoying than fun, though. Which is the only problem. It could be one or the other.
Yeah, it could be like that Resident Evil... You know what I'm talking about, the
Umbrella Corps?
Yeah, it could be just like that, how those zombies handled, yeah.
Yeah, it was... That game was bad. They talked about Elder Scrolls Blades, which is their mobile game that's also on the Switch. It'll be fun to play on Switch, because it's free. It won't be good. It looks generic. Just play Skyrim if you're looking for the whole thing. If you like the idea of what it is, which is like a randomly generated, just room-by-room crawler... You'll like it, I guess. There's going to be microtransactions. It's going to be stupid. Yeah. I'm not going to play it. I don't like it. Next was Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yeah, it's got to be the highlight of the show.
That was amazing, if I recall correctly. Yes.
Yeah, they know their stuff, let me tell you.
It's got a really nice vibe to it. It's like the creepy kind of aspect, but it wasn't, straight up horror. I don't know how to describe it. It was very good. I'm super excited for it. I want to see more gameplay to know if I'm going to be excited to buy it or if I'm going to be excited to watch it. Because I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to buy every single game I come across. It might be really, really interesting, but if it's not interesting enough for me to think I want to do that, I'll just watch someone play it. I don't mind.
Well, did you like Evil Within 1 or 2?
I didn't.
Well, there you go.
But then again, those were strict horror games. Ghostwire Tokyo, you fight back a lot more. It's like, I like the aesthetic in Tokyo more than, Brooklyn and Evil Within? I don't really like the aesthetic of Evil Within, whereas I like it in Tokyo.
Well, you had a few options to fight back in the first one. You got all weapons and tools.
It wasn't for me. Evil Within reminds me of more of a Resident Evil style horror game. Ghostwire Tokyo is different. It's
alright, yeah.
Commander Keen iOS game, we'll skip.
Yep. Trash.
Wolfenstein Youngblood. There wouldn't normally be much to talk about, but this is coming to the Switch.
Yeah.
Because
I knew that one of these two, Doom Eternal or Wolfenstein, would be on Switch. The fact that both of them are. Because Youngblood was originally listed not... Yeah.
It's just kind of crazy to think about, because they're both games that seem to be a little too much for the Switch, but there is another surprise that we got earlier. We'll talk about it after. I don't think they'll run as good as if you're on PS4 or Xbox One, or definitely PC.
Yeah, of course.
But if you're in it just for the good old gore and guns, Switch isn't a bad choice. It's just an interesting one. If I were to choose between Youngblood or Doom Eternal, it'd probably be Doom. Highlight is definitely Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yeah, definitely.
That game was just astounding.
Which is the only Japanese game on this list.
It was astounding in an aesthetic sense. The gameplay could flop. We don't know. We'll find out. Moving on. PC Game Show. Matt didn't watch this because he's a fucking lazy asshole.
Yeah, man.
We're only going to talk about one game on this list, which is probably the only one interesting right now. They didn't talk much about Baldur's Gate 3, or if they do, I missed it, and I don't care to go back for it. I'm excited for Baldur's Gate 3, but there was nothing of interest for me that I noticed. But the game we're going to talk about is Midnight Ghost Hunt. So, have you ever heard of Prop Hunt?
Yes. Yeah.
It's just Prop Hunt. It's better Prop Hunt. That's the best way to put it. The aesthetic is a haunted house. You have 4 minutes to hit. Basically, before the clock strikes midnight, each game takes place. You start as a hunter at 12:56. And if you don't catch them in 4 minutes, the ghosts turn super evil. They all get revived, including the ones you already killed. And they have to try to kill you for 4 minutes, and you have to wait for evac. Simple concept. Very interesting. Props can fight back now. You can throw whatever prop you're, stuck in, and you hit them with it, and it'll knock them out for 5 seconds or something, and then you get a chance to run away. And then after midnight, when you do that, it just straight up kills them. They showed a bit more gameplay than the trailer on the E3, and it looked really fun. If you like Prop Hunt, you'll like this. At the same time, thinking about it though, if you already own Gary's mod, and you're content with that, you might not want to invest the money, it might be too much for you. But if you don't have Gary's mod, or if you're looking to take your Prop Hunt game up a level, check it out.
It's not going to be that much. I don't know why you're worried about a budget. It's going to be $15, $20.
It looks like it'll be $40, actually.
There's no way it's going to be.
You always undervalue everything.
What do they have on there?
Aesthetic.
Other than... That's
all it takes to sell something for a lot. It's aesthetic.
Yeah, but what content is there other than 4 players? Just one mode, just to...
That's all they need.
Yeah. You're not going to get $40.
That's all they need to sell it for $40. You seriously overestimate how...
Well, yeah, I'm only doing that so far as to how much content is in it.
No, you overestimate how greedy people are, though.
Well, yeah.
Do you think that just because there's not enough content to justify $40, they're not going to do $40? They are going to do $40. That's just how it works. If it's cheaper, I'll be amazed. 30 USD, 40 CAD. It's the baseline. It's the least I can see it.
That's not going to grab anyone, but alright, yeah. I'm not disagreeing with you, I'm just saying, it's not going to grab anyone.
Oh yeah, you missed the Ubisoft conference too.
Yeah.
Well, we'll move on to the Ubisoft. I guess I'll mostly talk about a lot of this.
Yeah, anything of note?
Watch Dogs Legion. Amazing. Amazing concept. I loved it. It was so interesting. It's, dare I say, unique even.
You can say that, and people have the theme. Yeah, what theme? Dystopian Britain?
The Watch Dogs theme. That, I played the first game. I didn't buy the second. I love the first game, though. It was very fun. I like the theme of it. The minor hacker type thing.
Yeah.
And Watch Dogs Legion just takes that theme and it kicks it up a level. It was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, but it looked like there was less hacking. Because all I saw was one, press Q to blow this up, and press Q to...
but the thing is, though, it seems as if all the different hacking skills will be divided amongst all the different types of players. As we saw, they were recruiting someone that could hack drones, meaning that those other players, those other people that you had, they couldn't use drones. So, whereas in Watch Dogs 1 and I think 2, I don't know much about 2, the hacking was all left up to, you had to unlock all the skill trees. This time it's going to be, can you recruit that person? Can you get that person to join you so you have the ability to do that? Once that person joins, it's how well can you keep them alive so they can do their job?
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun, because You need someone at a certain place at a certain time. How are you gonna get them there? Unless they like take a cab all the way over to where you are, and then
it looks like it's gonna be fun. I really, really like the concept. How it works out later on, we'll find out. But for now, it should be interesting to watch. Valhalla Adventure Time expansion. They're adding Finn, Jake, and Princess Bubblegum to the game. Cool for Brawlhalla fans. Ghost Recon Breakpoint. This is something Matt would like. I don't like Ghost Recon games.
They've made it this open world meme and nonsense. If this is open world, nah, no thanks.
I don't think it is.
All the new ones. Not a single new one has captured me ever since Blacklist.
So, I'm just going to skip through a bunch of them, because there's like a bunch of Division expansions that they talked about. Like, there's their mobile game that looks dumb. Just Dance 2020, it's coming to the Wii. That's the thing to note. I
lived the 360, which that lived out the PS3, so that kind of... Just like
so
how the generation
funny.
Is.
We'll probably have it on the Wii in 2021 as well. But one really cool one is Tom Clancy Rainbow Six Quarantine. And it looks really, really fucking nice. So a while back, Rainbow Six Siege did an event, which was Outbreak event. And the Outbreak event had a lot of story to it, even though it was Siege, which Siege doesn't normally do story in a lot of events. Or if they do, it's kind of like just goofy or minor stuff. And Outbreak seemed to be hinting at a theme of zombies and like all that stuff. And this game is taking that story that they put on over there and just making it its own game. And it looks really cool. From what we'd seen, the main character is an infected.
Are you sure he's a character? Because I mean, who knows how this is gonna? It's gonna be not character per se because there are three of them. So but the core mechanic is fighting off the infection, and that's probably gonna play into the you become the infected. Yeah.
Did you watch the trailer?
All there was it was just a guy with a gun in the corner, and then he's being rescued.
Yeah, but the guy that you are, the person watching, he's my name is blank, and I am infected.
Oh,
he says that.
Well, yeah, in his hand. It was pretty obvious. Good one, yeah.
So it looks like it'll be interesting. If it's anything like the Outbreak event from Rainbow Six Siege, it'll definitely be fun. Roller Champions looked interesting as well.
Yeah, good for that, yeah.
It's going to be on Switch, so maybe it's something to check out. I'm always looking for something interesting to try on my Switch. That's just how I am. And Gods and Monsters, I don't even remember myself.
I can't even watch it. It's blocked in the US.
Hot damn.
Yeah.
So, for some reason, the Square Enix one is missing over half of the content.
Yeah, it's... that's okay. Yeah, Secret of Mana nonsense.
Secret of Mana wasn't there because it's not Square Enix, I don't think.
No, wait, it had the Saga Romance. That's right.
Yeah, Romance Saga.
It's the same thing. What's the difference between them? They look... The Romance Saga...
They're different games.
But the Romance Saga looks like the B tier. It looks it looks like something that, I can't, it's not something Square would make. It doesn't make any sense. It's not even like Three Kingdoms tier of obscurity. Whatever, man.
They're completely different games from different ages. You can't compare them.
I've never heard of anybody who's played those games, but alright.
Wait, Final Fantasy VII Remake's coming to the Switch.
Oh, that can't be. Nah, there's no way. It's gonna be fake news.
Is it fake news?
Alex, that's Final Fantasy VIII Remastered.
8? Why does the Reddit say it's on Switch then?
8 Remastered is on Switch, which makes sense.
It's saying 7 Remake is on Switch. 8 Remastered. I knew 8 Remastered was going to Switch.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah, I was looking at, yeah. This is quality. The skies, yeah, it's nonsense. Absolute trash.
Hold up. I'm going to confirm and or deny.
Come on, Alex, talk. All right. Yeah, Final Fantasy VIII. So, we got...
Final Fantasy VII, it's, if you check on the Reddit, it says PC, Xbox One, PS4, Switch. There's no talk about that, and the only pre-orders up are actually only PS4. So I highly doubt it's on anything but PS4.
Yeah, this guy's crazy.
It's either that, or it's going to be initial release PS4 with other platforms follow suit. Final Fantasy VII Remake, godly. That was amazing. It looked so good. It followed a lot of the aesthetic of the original. The new battle mechanics looks astounding. If you've played 15, 15's battle mechanics, I didn't mind them, but they were fairly close-minded. You just hold a button to win. You could actually beat the entire game holding square. Someone did it, actually.
Yeah.
That's just, just goes to show how bad the mechanics were. And they took the idea of what made those mechanics fun when they were, and they upgraded. It was amazing. They showed one of the boss fights, and the boss fight takes quite a long time, which is good, because like the original boss fights, were not short battles. You had to fight, there were things. The one thing is, there was a lot of talking between the characters, and one of the characters was much louder than the other. I feel like that'll balance out, or maybe you can switch out your party members and just get rid of that character if you don't like it. It's going to be a dual disc game, which is pretty big, because the only other one I know about is Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it doesn't entirely surprise me, because 7 originally was a 3-disc game on the PlayStation. So if they're taking the content from all 3 of those discs, they're upgrading the sound, they're upgrading the graphics, it's an entirely new engine, it's got all the same spells, they're definitely adding new things to it as well. Like, it doesn't surprise me that it's going to take up so much. It's just, I didn't expect it.
Yeah, it depends on how much of this is video, but this may possibly be the biggest game of all time. The most ambitious, yeah.
I'm so glad that they're going so, they're trying so hard with this, because it's definitely a very loved game by a lot of the gaming community. I've only played Disc 1, and I loved it. It was great. I played it at my uncle's house. I'll probably replay 7 sometime and actually beat it this time, because I think my friend has it. It's definitely something I'm looking forward to. It's coming out the month of my next birthday. I'm excited. There's no other way to really put it. I've liked Final Fantasy games for a while now. 7's been one I've been putting off, and this gives me the perfect excuse to actually play it. One thing I'll talk about that wasn't on this list, that I strictly remember because I was waiting for it. Kingdom Hearts 3 is getting its first DLC expansion. This is big, because the story kind of left on a cliffhanger for 3, and if that means they're doing DLC to finish the story, we're probably not getting a 4, thank God, because I want this chapter to end for KH3. Like, I want them to retire the whole Sora saga. I want them to move on from that, because it's been too long.
What's more important is that you want more Twewy.
The world ends with you, yes.
Yeah.
But another big thing is, they showed gameplay of you playing as all the characters. You were playing as Riku, Aqua, Ventus, Roxas, even Axel and Xion. You could play as anyone that had a Keyblade in this little trailer they showed. We don't know much about it. Comes out December. I'm really excited. I'll definitely be getting it and playing it. I have to beat KH3. I'm still very annoyed by KH3. It's got a lot of problems. The end game's the only good part of the game. But I hope this DLC kind of fixes a lot, because it's still considered post-endgame. They're not, it's not more forced Disney shills. I'm excited. There's no price point, we have a release time frame, and we don't know exactly what it is. But next is Crystal Chronicles Remastered.
Yeah, online play.
So,
that's alright, yeah.
Yes, online 4-player. Crystal Chronicles was a GameCube game. It was pretty good for its time. A lot of people consider it a cult classic. I might try it if you're willing, Matt, but other than that, I'm not going to go out of my way for it.
Yeah, it's just...
It's a Final Fantasy game, sure, but it's not a mainline one. It's not one I played before.
And here comes the part where the show fell apart.
No, it did not fall at all.
Alright,
I don't know what you're talking about. The new Marvel game. Now, it looked amazing. They did a very good job of kind of reminding Marvel fans that, or not even hardcore Marvel fans, just like the movie fans, that the movies are not the definitive way to view these characters. None of the voice actors are from the movies. They don't look like their movie selves, but they look like themselves. It's a very dark twist on a Marvel movie. Marvel story, and it's gonna have. They did say the one thing is it's gonna have expansions that include new characters. The first one being Ant-Man, but it looks really promising. It looks like it'll be a fun Marvel game, especially if you played what's that Wii game, Ultimate Alliance?
There were Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2. Those were top-down...
Not the top-down ones. There's another one I'm thinking of that I can't remember. Either way.
Wait, hold on a second.
If you liked...
What genre was it?
For this?
Yeah, the Marvel game you're thinking of.
It was third person. Like, it looks like how this plays.
Was it Captain America? Like, was it Marvel or exclusively Captain America or something like that? It's like one.
It wasn't Captain America. I think it might have been Spider-Man.
Like Spider-Man has Shattered Dimensions?
Yes, that one.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, if you like that game, this game's definitely a step above. It looks great. Story seems really interesting. It's an original story, so it's not faithful to comics. But I don't think that matters too much here, because from what I saw in the trailer, they appeared to stay faithful to how the characters act. They did their research, they put their time in, and it looks like it'll be really good. As I said, it's going to be a superhero game. I know not everyone's interested in superhero games.
Yeah, like me. That's why I'm interested. Especially because all the stuff, man, it was already organized. The people, interviews, whatever.
I won't be getting it. Just going to throw that out there. I'm excited to see where it goes, but it's just more of an excitement. It's not going to be a definite for me. Yeah, and next one is a new IP by Square called Outriders. You were excited when you saw this one.
Yeah, I need a refresher. Yeah, what's that all about again?
This is the one with the three people, and there's like it's like an exploration RPG, but with shooting. There's like these giant creatures and a lot of death, and it looked interesting.
Well, I wasn't necessarily excited about it. I was just saying it's pretty bog standard. It looks like Anthem.
I don't think it looks like Anthem.
I'm just saying because it just kind of meshed together minus the spacesuits.
Oh, you mean like the... Okay, yeah. It'll be interesting to see where it goes. That's for sure. It's not coming out till fall next year anyway, so they've got a lot of time to, retcon things. It'll be interesting where it goes. It's Square. I have faith in Square. Square doesn't really make bad games.
They just publish them.
Not even.
No, like Deus Ex games.
Does Square publish Deus Ex?
Yeah, IO Interactive. They publish it in Japan at the very least, and I think they do overseas as well.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, you just admitted Deus Ex was a bad series, so...
Oh, hold on, like the Fall of Mankind.
Moving on. Moving on.
I didn't explicitly beat all of them. I'm going to say it.
Final Fantasy VIII Remastered.
Yeah.
So, this was one I was sad to see from the Final Fantasy Direct that Nintendo had when they were announcing all the games going to them. And the reason's kind of funny, if I recall correctly. They actually lost the Gold Master CD.
Oh, yeah. Sounds right.
I don't know how they got it back, but one of the original devs got a call from Square asking if he had it, and he posted a tweet saying that Square lost the Gold Master CD. That's the reason why they didn't release it.
That's amazing, yeah.
I'm glad to see it's finally coming. I don't know if they found the CD or if they just that would have
been a nightmare.
They took a copy. They probably took a copy of the game and just went back.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah, all the assets. Yeah, so fair enough. Yeah.
That's why it took so long to come. It's finally here. It is coming to Switch. I played a lot of 8 on my uncle's PC. I loved 8. 8 was really interesting for me. So I'm just happy to see it.
Yeah, triple triad and whatnot. Yeah, fun little minigame. Yeah.
Next would be Oninaki.
Yeah, it's a good one, yeah, isn't it?
It looked really interesting.
Yeah. Obviously, it's a little generic, but hey, it looks interesting.
It does look like... You've got that right. It looks generic, but it looks like it'll be fun. It'll definitely be one of those JRPGs that you do not buy on launch because you're going to wait for it to go down from the $60 price point. There's a lot of games that are like that. They're good games. You want to play them, but you're not in a rush. And Oninaki is definitely going to be on that list. It is coming to Switch and PS4. It's excluding Xbox One. I have no idea why. But it'll be interesting. And it's, as I said, don't buy it right off the bat. Wait for it unless it's definitely something that you know you're going to love. And that covers most of the Square. They also had a music streaming thing, which if you like their music, you can search Square Enix on Spotify now and get all the music, free with your Spotify subscription.
Yeah, a bunch of other ones too. Yeah,
there's a lot of the big one is Spotify though.
Yeah.
So yeah, do that if you like it. I probably will myself. And the big thing here, I'm gonna say my favorite was hands down Final Fantasy VII. It's officially its own title in the franchise. It's not considered like a remaster like 8. So if they were ever do a collage where they have all the different FFs, it would be FF15, and then right beside it would be FF7R. So I'm glad that they're recognizing that even though this is 7, it's still different from the original 7. They're aware of that, and they're doing their best to make it an experience aside from the original. I'm really happy with it. I'm ecstatic even.
Uh-huh.
What did you like from the Square?
Pretty much. I can't remember anything else other than Oninaki and Final Fantasy VII Remake. But I like Oninaki better. Yeah.
Well, you've got some interesting tastes.
Yeah, man. Anime girls. Good stuff, yeah.
All right, and the final thing for the day, which this is a big one. This is the one everyone's talking about. Nintendo's conference. And they hit us strong. They started off with the Smash Bros. Ultimate Dragon Quest characters, which is weird because his name is Hero. If you go to the Smash Bros. Page, it just says Hero, and it's a bunch of different heroes from Dragon Quest as alternate skins. So I'm guessing the name changes based off of which skin you choose, but for the most part they're just calling it Hero as to not play favorites. It's definitely, the best way to describe it, it's a Koopa Link situation, but with Dragon Quest characters.
Yeah.
There's been a large debate in the community for a long time about the characters coming to Smash, and the big three were Erdrick, which is one of the heroes for Dragon Quest, Banjo, and Steve.
Doom Guy's the big fourth one, yeah.
Doom Guy's not a fourth one. Doom
Guy is.
Doom Guy's in the same tier as Master Chief. It's like, people talk about it, no one takes it seriously.
Nah, man, it's 8. Come on, man. Who would not take it seriously?
Everyone that has a brain.
Yeah, alright, Alex. Who would take...
Alright, moving on.
Yeah, okay.
Dragon Quest XI's coming to the Switch. That'll be pretty cool.
Luigi's Mansion 3, that was what was needed for the franchise, honestly.
Yes, Luigi Mansion 3 looked really promising. I played the first one a bit. I never touched the second because I didn't have a 3DS at the time. Luigi's Mansion 3 is going to be interesting. I hope they port 1 and 2 before 3 comes out. Apparently 3 is coming out this year, which upsets me for other reasons. But yeah, I'm glad people are getting what they want. I'm not going to buy it. I'm just happy to see it. Next one is the Dark Crystal reboot tactics. So Dark Crystal's getting a movie reboot on Netflix, and they're making a game apparently. Not much to talk about there.
Yeah, the only thing is the environmental damage. That's it. Which, I think it's not that common in turn-based tactics. Especially because Fire Emblem doesn't do it. So there you go, something about that, that's good.
Biome damage, yeah.
Oh, it does?
Depending on the game.
Alright, okay then.
Next is Link's Awakening remaster, or remake, I'm going to call it. It's not a remaster. It's not a remaster.
Yeah.
The thing with this, it's coming with an amiibo. That might be the only reason I'll get it. I'm not gonna lie, I loved Link's Awakening as a kid. It was one of the 4 games I owned when I was young.
Yeah.
When I first started playing games. So I'm happy to see it getting more love. I'm not sure if I like the style. I'm still very iffy on the style of it. It's not something that's interesting me. But maybe it'll grow on me. I'm hoping it grows on me for the love of God. I really want to play that game again.
Yeah.
What did you think of it, the whole Link's Awakening situation?
Yeah, I think obviously I think it's too overdone. It's got too much post processing, but
it looked too clay-like. It looked forced.
Yeah, and the whole depth of field thing on the Alex, come on, man, it's a video game, for goodness, oh my, but yeah, it looks okay. I'm not gonna touch it ever.
Next is Collection of Mana, which is all the Mana series games, all 3 of them. It's the original 3 that were in Japan being ported over the first time ever. And they're also announcing Trials of Mana, which I believe is the remaster of one of the 3 games. And that's coming out next year. Collection of Mana is available now, actually. You can go buy it on the Switch store. And yeah, it's cool to see. It's finally nice to see some of these RPGs get some more love over here. Especially because, I know a lot of people can't do Japanese. My Japanese isn't good myself, so I'd need help, playing these games if I ever wanted to. Or I'd have to do fan translations, which might not be accurate. I'm a stickler for accuracy and things like this, so I'm very happy to see it coming. If you're a physical collector, you can buy the Japanese version, and it'll just translate to English. It's the same thing. That's how most Switch games work. It's cool to see these. I'm glad that these games are finally getting some love over here. There's probably some bad translations on them. So it's nice to see that they're also getting officially translated. I don't know if it's by the original creators. I hope it's faithful. Only time will tell.
Yeah.
Moving on, Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition. What a bombshell!
Yeah, if you didn't follow the leaks, then yeah, it would be.
The leaks did not look real whatsoever. The leaks had very much a lot of fake-looking shit.
Oh man, once it started going, once that Verge Ben link started, checking off marks, then, that's when you know. Especially that, yeah, you said the Yahoo link was fake. Come on, man.
It probably could have been. What?
Alright then. You had your doubts.
I did, because who the fuck would ever expect Witcher 3 on the Switch?
Exactly. It's crazy.
It's absurd. It's honestly, it looked terrible.
Okay. Some of the shots do, right? Obviously, it depends. Yeah. Well,
the game's not gonna look. If you enjoyed it on Xbox, if you enjoyed it on PC, the game is not gonna look anything like your.
I can't wait to see how low it goes on portable. That'll be fun.
Moving on from that, because I really don't want to touch that too much. Right. Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Excited. It comes out in August, or I think August? No, next month, July. It's going to be fun. I'm excited to see where it goes. And we've heard some time talk here where the main character apparently knows the past of all the factions, but he also knows the future of what's going to happen, so he's got to work on something to save that, which I like that. That's interesting. I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm glad to see that the story is developing more in the trailers. It's going to be promising. It looks pretty good. I'm excited.
I'm going to enjoy it. I'm not a fan of that stuff.
Wow. Next is Resi 5 and 6, worst games in the franchise.
Hold on, 6 has some good stuff in it. The raid mode was good.
5 and 6 are considered the two worst Resident Evil games in Resident Evil history for the main series. We're not even going to get started on the side series.
I don't know. I'll find them. I think it's pretty good. Maybe it was hearsay that I said 6's raid mode was good, but I haven't played it, so I'll be glad to play it. But it looks great because the part like where Leon Kennedy can just get on the ground and start shooting like that was like next gen stuff right there, next gen movement. I don't care which. It's like Vanquish tier stuff.
But it wasn't Resident Evil.
Yeah. I'm not a stickler for that stuff. If the game's good, yeah. Well then, go ahead.
Next is No More Heroes 3. Excited to see it because that's a game series that it's very comedic, very action oriented, and I'm glad to see there's a third one. It's coming to the Switch, which is also great. I have yet to play them. I have seen playthroughs for the other two, so I am excited myself. Next is one of Matt's games that he used to love, but now he can't stand.
Got him. Yep. Daemonix, Machina, that stuff.
And it's interesting.
Is it really?
I think it looks pretty cool. It's like robotic air shooting and all that stuff. You pick up customization parts. The style itself is really, really nice. It's got that whatchamacallit, the borders are all heavy black lines and stuff, and it's very, very nice. Very nice looking. Only thing is, I notice when you're out of the mech walking on the ground, it drops to 12 frames. It was ridiculous.
Especially there's a clip afterwards where you were in the mech and he was just dashing while locked into a character to the sidestep, and it also was pretty 22 FPS. It was pretty bad, yeah.
I was just, oh man, it's got its problems. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah. It doesn't stand out. I don't know.
It could be interesting. I don't know. Time will tell. A lot of these are time will tells. Panzer Dragoon.
So yeah. The problem with this is, the series is good, but this doesn't look like it's holding up at all.
This game looks terrible. It looks like ass. It looks like the worst game I've seen at E3 so far.
It looks worse than that Dragon game Xbox had in 2014. That was supposed that looks. I don't know what it was called. But it looks worse than that. I don't know.
It was so weird. Not much to talk about. Don't like it.
It's a real shame.
Pokemon Sword and Shield. I am super excited for them. We didn't get anything new. They just talked about a new gym leader. So if you want to know more about Sword and Shield, you'll have to watch the separate direct they did a week ago. It's Sword and Shield. I'm excited. I'll buy it. I'll buy Shield myself, to be honest.
Yokai Watch 4 bros over here will be laughing at you while we get the best RPG of the gen, baby.
And I'll just be wishing for your brain tumor to go away.
Oh, wow. Well, All right, fine, fair enough then.
Okay, next is Astral Chain. You were excited for this, right?
Yeah, I am still, yeah.
Is that the cop one?
It's the cop one, yeah.
Yes, so this looks interesting. RPG, we got more info this time. It seems to be you can chain yourself to an enemy and then they become like an ally. A lot of the gameplay was heavily focused on you needing to work together with the very things killing humanity. And that looked really interesting, looked really fun. I don't know if it's multiplayer. If it is, it'll be even better, because that'll be really, really exciting. If not, it'll still make a great RPG. I'm glad it's on the Switch. Another great game to try as long as it runs well. Yeah. If it doesn't run well, that'll be sad. But it looked great, looked promising. I can't wait for it. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Even though it's platinum stuff, I think they're going to make it a comeback.
Next was what? Empire of Sin? I don't remember this.
Oh, I don't either.
Oh, yes, it's the Mafioso one.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You weren't interested in that, I am, yeah.
Yeah, you can talk about it.
But there's nothing to talk about. It's just like mob gangster, top-down shooters. Yeah, that looks nice.
I'm not big on those, but I'm glad someone is. But moving forward from that, Ultimate Alliance 3, you're right, the Ultimate Alliance is top-down. It's not the one I was thinking of. Yeah. It looks like it'll be just a fun little game to play with a couple friends. Nothing astounding, nothing to get excited for. Something you find at the bargain bin and you all sit down and have fun. That's how it was for me with Alliance 2 on the Wii. Moving on is Cadence of Hyrule. Coming out next month. It looks very fun, and if it plays like Crypt of the Necrodancer, it will be very fun. The price point, if it's $20 or less, it'll be perfect. If it's more than that, it's kind of hard to, go for it.
Well, there you go. It's going to be $30, guaranteed.
Is it?
Yeah. It's got that Nintendo license, baby.
Yeah, you've got that point. I feel like it's going to be a 25 USD game. It's just got... there's been a lot of 25 USD indies coming out. It's got the feel of that. Next is Mario Sonic at the Olympics Tokyo 2020. If you like Mario and Sonic, you'll like this. If you like sports games that are just more casual, you'll probably like this as well. Not much to talk about there.
Fair enough.
My most anticipated game of 2019 got postponed to 2020, and I feel like crying. I was devastated when I saw that it's not coming out this year. And that is Animal Crossing New Horizons. So this takes a different spin on the Animal Crossing aesthetic. You get shipped out to a deserted island, and you camp. You now collect resources, you can build things, it's a lot more casual. I don't know how Animal Crossing can get more casual, but, apparently it does. People move into the island from what we see in the trailer. I think Isabel's going to be in the game, but we didn't see anything from her. We'll probably see more at the Treehouse event, which I'll watch later. I'm waiting for it to finish streaming so I can watch it at my own pace. It's Animal Crossing. It's on the Switch. I don't need to say more. It comes out March 20th, which is 3 days after my birthday, which is depressing.
You can put a tree in your back sack. That's pretty crazy.
Yes, you can pick up almost anything. You can pole vault over water now to get from A to B. You make your tools instead of buying them. It's a resource-oriented Animal Crossing, and that's really interesting. Because I think a big thing that a lot of people had problems with other Animal Crossings is that you didn't do a lot of this stuff, and a lot of people got bored saying there's nothing to do in Animal Crossing. One of my friends is a great example of that, and Jay, just his perception of Animal Crossing is literally boring simulator. I asked him what he does. He hops into Animal Crossing, he says he goes to the shops, checks the stuff, and that's it. But I asked him, so you finished the museum, your town's set up, and you got, golden tools and all that? And he's like, no. And he just completely misses the concept of what Animal Crossing is supposed to be, and just doesn't give a shit. With this one, I feel like they're going to be able to enforce the concept of how you're supposed to play Animal Crossing more, and it's going to be a lot more fulfilling to play it that way, which means that people who normally don't like playing that way will have more of, they'll want to play it more that way. I don't know if that makes much sense to you.
Yeah, it does, yeah. It's just, what they really have to do is put on more restrictions to it, because if there's no deadline.
If there's a lot of restrictions, it won't be Animal Crossing.
Well,
that's how that works.
Well, they should try that. They should try a linear Animal Crossing game.
They did. It's called City Folk, if I recall.
Oh, yeah.
It failed.
Well, I'll play that one then.
Either way, it comes out March 20th, 2020. I am super excited. I've been screaming since the announcement back when Isabelle was added to Smash. I'm over the roof for this, man. It's the one game that I've been waiting. Like, the entirety of the days of E3, Matt can back this up, I just kept saying, man, I can't wait for Nintendo because Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Like, that was the one thing I really wanted. After this, they go through a bunch of really short, little, quick snippets of games we already know. Spyro Reignited's finally coming to Switch, which has been something long time seen that we haven't known about. Switch is also getting Hollow Knight Silk Song, which is the sequel to Hollow Knight. You play as, I forget her name, Hornet, I think she's called. Kuni is coming to Switch. Minecraft Dungeons, Elder Scrolls Blades. Friend Pedro, do you want to talk about it, or do you want to skip?
Not really anything. It's just I'm interested in it. Fair enough, yeah, but nothing to really talk about.
Okay, so yeah, we'll just keep going down. Like it was a long list of games that are coming out. Yeah, there's Pedro, Doom Eternal, Sinking City.
Yeah, Sinking City, that's
Youngblood.
A big one. Yeah, because I didn't think it would actually be on Switch because it's actually first time for Frogware.
Interesting.
Of course, it's Epic Store exclusive, so there goes my interest.
Haha, just play on Switch then.
Yeah, I know, I will.
Dead by Daylight, Alien Isolation. I'm just naming them off.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered, Dragon Quest Builders 2.
Yeah, that's
Matt,
a big one.
You're excited.
Especially because it has local play. Good stuff.
Yes, we'll play that.
Yeah.
3 the game.
I forget what that is.
Just Dance 2020, Catan, New Super Lucky's Tale, which is an Xbox exclusive, actually.
Xbox PC, yeah.
So it's cool that that's coming to Switch.
Dauntless, that's a big... Yeah, I can't wait to see how bad that runs, because on Xbox One, it runs terribly.
Mario Maker 2 as well. And then the big thing, these are the last 2 things are probably what the community would say are the biggest things from this. Banjo-Kazooie in Smash Bros. Coming this fall, it was big. I didn't think it happened unless they announced a Banjo game, because honestly Nuts and Bolts is ass, and it's been forever since Banjo 1 and 2. I'm amazed to see it even here, honestly.
I know, it's wonderful. I've been having a good old day about it. It's wonderful.
At least now people can shut the fuck up about the whole Banjo Wars.
Well, yeah, Steve needs to find a new boogeyman to fight.
Why are you like this? I just want peace and quiet in life.
I don't know, man. I think it's just fun, just to come up with all these, this character, who would be in Smash, is in Smash.
It's all I see.
Yeah. It's their fault, man. They all what they could have done is just said, "Here's the past, here are the characters," but they didn't want to do that.
I'm glad that they're releasing them slowly over time.
Why?
It gives them a chance to refine them more. Because let's say they used a concept art from one of their original games, and then the character ended up looking a bit different. Because let's say Banjo's new model is actually the model for Banjo 3, right?
Yeah.
And they can't release the concept art for Banjo 3 right away as soon as the pass comes out, so they'll have to use concept art for Banjo 2 on the cover of the pass. Later on, Banjo 3's concept art comes out, people are going to use it as an excuse to get angry, even though it looks really nice. It's not the original. People do that all the time.
Well, they could have just gave out the names.
I'd rather they didn't. I like the surprise of having it once every few months.
Well, then you can't have both of them. People are going to keep speculating about it.
I like the surprise, I just hate the community. There you go.
Okay.
And then the other big thing is Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah.
Electric Boogaloo. From what we saw, Link and Zelda go on a little little date down deep into Hyrule Castle, and they find a corpse of some ancient guy having his heart grabbed by a light thing, which then creepily turns his head towards Zelda. Not much there. It's cool to see that, post Breath of the Wild exists. Of course it does, but I think this is one of the first times there's a direct continuation with the exact same Link into the next game.
Yeah.
Because, I'm trying to remember.
Twilight Princess 2, Skyward Sword, maybe?
Nope.
Alright.
Skyward Sword's the very first in the chronological order.
Yeah.
But Ocarina of Time and the Twilight Princess is one example. But that doesn't work, because it's not the same Link. You see the Ocarina of Time Link in Twilight Princess, but he's dead. He's a skeleton that teaches Wolf Link new songs. And, maybe Ocarina to Majora's Mask, but yeah. I don't think there was ever any confirmation that those are the same Links either. It would be weird if they weren't, but at the same time, no one knows, right? So, having definite confirmation that this is, in fact, like, you know, maybe a few years after the events of Breath of the Wild, it's great. Maybe they can improve it. There's not going to be a turd after fucking thousands of seeds. You know, who knows? And that was, like, it for the conference. My favorite thing out of this, Animal Crossing. Hands down. It's the one thing I've been looking forward to all year. And it's going to be the one thing I'll look forward to into the next year. Like, there's a few games I'll be buying, including probably, like, you know, I'm going to be buying a couple Nintendo games. I'm going to be buying some Final Fantasies. That'll be fun. Wayfair, or Spiritfarer, or whatever it is. I forget the name. I'll probably check that one out, too. It was a good E3. I feel like it's really tough between Nintendo and Square Enix.
Yeah.
Square Enix did an amazing job with their presentation. They delivered well. I'm surprised that the hero announcement for Smash wasn't in the Square Enix, because it just makes sense to have one there, and then you go into the Smash one, and at the end you have Banjo. That would have made some more sense to me than having it start off with one and end with one. Just because.
But for marketing, it was good.
For marketing,
that they did that. I mean, it was better than last year.
Yeah. So, let us know what you guys thought. Reach out, tell us, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it, eh?
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, I really would have liked to have new questions, because that's what the show's all about.
It's fine. We'll get more questions eventually. Ask us on Twitter.
We don't have a Twitter.
We do.
We do?
Yes, because you made one right after this video.
Okay. What are they asking us?
Anything.
Why not just join YouTube?
Because they don't want to, apparently.
Okay.
So YouTube or Twitter?
Yep, or that's kindofcringebro@gmail.com.
Because people email still.
Oh yeah, it's because we're doing stuff. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's it for this week.
All right, Alex, play a song. What do we got here?
We've got just some good old stuff, Animal Crossing City Folk. It's called the Full Day Music. It's some good old relaxing tunes to kick us off. Be sure to take it easy, everyone, huh?
Yeah, and have a good one.